Happy New Year! We are Storytellers of San Diego, and this is our January 2021 offering in honor of Eclipse Chocolate Bar and Bistro, where we would normally be in person on a monthly basis. We hope to return in 2021, and we hope that you check them out in South Park, San Diego. Patio dining, fine food and drinks, inimitable chocolates, and bodega. Thank you, Eclipse, for all your past and present support. Today, we're represented by Arlen Hackett, Catherine Espinosa-Hampton, Jim Dykman, David Schmidt, Kent Cross, and myself, Mindy Donner. And here are some stories on the theme of the way we were. Judy and I thought it a great idea to answer a newspaper ad which read, "Riders wanted to share the gas and the adventure going east." We were in San Francisco. We didn't want to go that far east. Our destination was Breckenridge, Colorado, to meet up with some friends from New York. Well, we answered the ad. We were thrilled with the idea of going in a 1949 Cadillac. It was 1949 Cadillac, and never mind that it was 20 years past then, and this could be pushing the vehicular envelope quite a bit. Well, we started out, everything was fine, our driver was jolly, and then the car gave up its ghost. Somewhere near Utah, in a field, we spent a very cold night. Judy and I curled up in the back seat and our driver in the front seat, and we bade each other goodbye in the morning, and we hitched to Salt Lake City, Utah. Judy and I found it a pleasant enough city. We were in a cafe speaking to another young woman who was serving us, and she said, she knew a place that we could stay overnight for free. Well, we had money, but for free sounded cost effective. She mentioned the name Volunteers of America nearby. Now, that didn't ring a bell for either of us. It may ring a bell for you. We entered pretty late. We signed in, were shown upstairs to a rather clean room, which was already inhabited by a woman in a double bed. Judy was shown to the single bed, and I was to spend the night sharing the bed with this unknown woman who was starting to call out, thrash around, and moan. Well, I clung, balancing precariously to the edge of the bed. Judy had fallen asleep immediately. I was scared deep down in my bones. At one point I went downstairs. The door was locked, and I met someone who assured me we could leave in the morning after breakfast. I went up the stairs again and resumed my position, clinging to the edge of the bed until morning. Morning, sweet morning. We went down the stairs and we were treated to generous helpings of Bible study and prayer. I didn't mind a prayer at all. I had been praying all night. And some eggs. Then we made our way free. We escaped out the front door, which was now open. Our next destination was Colorado. And we got to Colorado, and we were waiting for another ride at a gas station when we saw two state troopers get out of their car. Judy panicked. We ran into the ladies' room, and she opened the bottle of her thyroid medicine, Synthroid, and dumped all those tiny white pills down the toilet and flushed many times. Those were the days when every other counterculture person was stopped and under suspicion of dealing drugs. And we know we would be no different. Well, we waited until the state troopers had left. The panic was over, and a lady, really a saint, was there waiting who promised to take us into Denver. We met Brad and Mary from New York in Denver, and they drove us to Breckenridge. Ah, Breckenridge. A winter poem of mountains and valleys and shadows, bucolic. I was thrilled. No matter that I didn't ski, I was just thrilled. And we went to their rather upscale little cabin and spent the night there. In the morning, I went into town by myself. I wanted to just scope out the town, maybe look at antique shops, and I was excited to see the lunar eclipse, and people had set up telescopes right on the sidewalk there. I was walking along, and then I noticed a vehicle stopping next to me. It was a policeman. He asked me to come over and speak to him, which I did. And he wanted to see my credentials, my driver's license. I showed him the driver's license, explained my hosts had a little cabin in town, and then the duration of my stay, all my vacation plans, and I assured him, no, I was not a runaway. I was really 24 and a half or 25, whatever it said on my license that year. And despite my pigtails, I was really a grown-up. So that went pretty well. And then he said to me, half apologetically, I have to stop everyone in town who looks strange. Pregnant pause. I know he meant to say he had to stop strangers in town. We said a pleasant goodbye, and he went on his way, and I went on my way. Well, we noticed there was some tension between Brad and Mary. Mary had told us that he was very inattentive. Now, who could be inattentive with Mary, with all of her Audrey Hepburn charm? Well, we had a pleasant enough visit, and I think we took public transportation back to San Francisco. A little later in San Francisco, we received news from Mary that she was getting a divorce. Brad had admitted that he was gay, and that was that. And that was the way we were. San Francisco, 1969. Thank you.